Welcome to the Manifest Enlightenment and Soar show. We took it on the road this week to Miami, Florida. We have our premier guest, Mr. Mark Strickland. Welcome to the Manifest Enlightenment and Soar show. We took it on the road this week to Miami, Florida. We have our premier guest, Mr. Mark Strickland. Thank you for sitting down with me today.
No problem.
Thank you for taking the time to.
Thank you for coming out
to connect.
Have a little fun.
Exactly. The biggest athlete we've ever had on our show, and I hope to continue to interview athletes after this. In particular one, live in Miami, Florida, ladies and gentlemen. Your host, I'm Kipling Sanders, your host, and the first question is, Mark Strickland, why are you named Pogo Man?
Pogo Man, I could jump really high.
Oh, wow.
I dunked on a lot of people. I had a high vertical, and that was one of my weapons because I had to use my quickness, my jumping ability, and my speed. Because I wasn't, as you see, I'm not a big guy. I was bigger than this when I played, but you know, those you can't. Karl Malone, Oakley, those type of guys, man. I had to use my quickness, so I could jump really high. So Jack Ramsey gave me that name.
Jump up,
name Pogo Man.
I'm
the original Pogo Man for the Miami Heat. So every time somebody else comes to the team that could jump, they always say, he's like the original Pogo Man. So I like that. I got my own name. So
that's great.
That.
Historic.
Yep.
All right. Playing National Basketball Association, NBA, for 10 seasons, which was your favorite year or two in your professional career?
I want to say my first year with the Heat was exciting because I always wanted to make the NBA. Been dreaming about it as a little kid, so to come here on a one-day tryout and to find out that I made the team, that was great. That first year was great. The second year was even better. I got to play a little bit more. Which led me to getting a bigger contract. So I'll say my first 2 years in Miami were like the best 2 years of my career because the first year, because I was excited about being in the league and I felt like, man, I accomplished something that I've been wanting to accomplish my whole life. And the second year, I got a chance to really play and kind of get some respect from my peers, NBA players, because that's what I really wanted to. Like, you want a sense that you belong.
Right.
Not just like I'm on the team. So to do 10 years and to get an opportunity to do that, man, and to get an opportunity for my peers to recognize me as, okay, he can play. Those first 2 years are my best 2 years.
Yeah, awesome.
Yep.
That's fantastic. Out of the Miami Heat, the Denver Nuggets, the New Jersey Nets, Sacramento Kings, Atlanta Hawks, Indiana Pacers, Dallas Mavericks, do you have someone who inspired you most as a coach and or player?
Coach. For me, my high school coach was a great influence. He actually played with the Lakers with Pat Riley. So I got to say my high school coach and Pat Riley, because they had similar, they wanted you to be in shape. They wanted you to be tough. They wanted you to have discipline. They wanted you to always carry yourself like a professional. And those tools, I use those tools today when it comes to business. You were here.
Yes.
You told me a certain time. I was like, okay, I'll be there 15, 20 minutes early. Those are things I got from Pat Riley. Because usually before you say 11 o'clock, I'm getting there at 11 o'clock. Now, I understand how to appreciate other people's time. And so when they say 11, I try to get there at 10, 15, 10:30.
Good of you. Very good of you.
Just having those type of things. So those two coaches, my high school coach, Travis Grant.
So Pat Riley?
And Pat Riley.
And who was the other coach?
My high school coach, Travis Grant.
Travis Grant.
Yeah.
Travis Grant.
And they played together. Yeah, and they played together on the Lakers. So
nice.
I understood that correlation.
Yeah. That's a beautiful story. Yeah. Beautiful story.
Thanks,
Mark, did you have a player you gelled or helped, or a player that helped you reach your pinnacle, or make you reach your best, most optimizing space, time on the floor wise?
Always had a good veteran player everywhere I went. When I started out in the USBL, it was Darryl Armstrong. He's now a coach with the Dallas Mavericks. When I was in the USBL, it was a guy named Nikita Wilson. He was a veteran guy that taught me how to handle the CBA. When I came to Miami, it was Keith Askins.
Okay.
He was my teammate here. When I was with the Pacers, it was Dale Davis. He's an Atlanta native, so I knew his brother. His brother went to Georgia State, and when we was in high school, we used to go down there and play with those older guys. So
nice. Wonderful.
That was a correlation there. So I gotta say, Darryl Armstrong, Nikita Wilson, Dale Davis, Keith Askins with the Heat, and those were my four mentors that kind of like taught me how to be a professional, especially here. Keith Askins was very huge. At that time, Pat Riley had real practices. So he told me day one, you're not going to be able to practice for Pat Riley and party in Miami all night. You're not going to make it here. He said,
discipline players, discipline.
Yeah, you gotta have. He really instilled that in me and told me that the first day, and I'm happy that I listened because I ended up playing here 4 years because of his tutelage.
That's a good thing. That's a wonderful thing. 7 out of 7 seasons internationally in the professional Euro leagues and in China, Dubai, Jordan, Qatar, Lebanon, France, and Puerto Rico. You led your team to a championship. Which locations on the map was your favorite?
I loved Lebanon.
Okay.
Lebanon was beautiful.
What did you like about it?
I loved the city. I loved they put us on a resort. It wasn't like the news was portraying. I remember one time I was sitting downtown having lunch. My mom was calling me in a frantic. They're bombing over there. I'm like, no, they're not. I'm sitting down eating breakfast right now. So, we're enjoying the sun. It was sun. It was a beautiful day. So, I love Lebanon. I love the culture. I still have contacts with my owner of the team.
Nice.
And a friend of mine, Dave, my man Dave, I call him David. He's between Lebanon and Dubai. China was great. I love China. But if you want to lose weight, go to China because you're not going to find any good food.
Okay.
The food really, I stuck to McDonald's, KFC, and shrimp fried rice.
Yeah.
I ate that most of the time. But I love the tourism. Got to do a lot of great things. I mean, all the places I went, I was blessed enough to go to places that I wanted to do tourism afterwards.
Yeah.
And being an NBA player gave me that flexibility to pick where I wanted to go. And luckily, I picked good teams, and they treated me very well.
Interesting. Yeah, that's a wonderful, wonderful experience around the globe.
Yeah, it really broadened my horizons. It really did. Made me look at life in a different way.
100%. 100%. Okay, Mark Strickland, you played and trained with Hall of Fame coaches such as Travis Grant, you mentioned, John Chaney, Pat Riley, George Call, Don Nelson, Larry Brown. Is there anyone or two that stands out to you or have a meaningful or special conversation or moment with that boosted you as a player or a person off the court that got you super focused?
Coach Chaney. When I got to Temple University, all I saw was winning is an attitude. It was everywhere on campus.
Interesting.
I mean, everywhere, in the locker room, on campus, on billboards. It was like everywhere. So one day I sat with him and asked him what exactly did that mean, and he broke that down. Yeah. And it changed my whole perspective, my attitude towards people, my attitude towards the game.
Wow.
He really taught us how to be gentlemen.
Yes.
He taught us how to carry ourselves at events. He used to take us to a lot of these exclusive events. So I had never been to an event before I got to Temple. He taught us that. Coach was very influenced. He got my first time going out of the country was Coach Chaney. He always tried to plan a trip every 3 years so all of his players can get a passport and experience what it's like. We went to Japan.
That's wonderful.
Played some scrimmage games over there, man. So Coach Chaney was very influential with the person that I am today because he worked more with a lot of his players' mind. He changed our mindset on a lot of things because he knew we come from, underprivileged neighborhoods or underprivileged situations, and he wanted to show us that there's more out here than just that.
Thank you.
He really relayed that message, and he was a big influence from me, John Chaney, like huge. So I got to say, Coach Chaney. Yeah.
Coach Chaney, shout out. Yeah. Good job. Mark and his wife, Tommy, are the first family to raise awareness and funds for the ARA. For the ARA initiative, a mission to provide universal access to clean drinking water to the children in the United States of America. This is extraordinary. How did this develop?
My wife is from Flint, Michigan. She was born in Flint, but she was raised in Indiana. And then when the water crisis hit, she had an opportunity. She knew some of the vice governors, administrators, those commissioners, those type people. So we wanted to do something for our daughter, kind of put something in her name, show that she was giving back. We did start it. Yeah. We did send water, and then it kind of paused a little bit, but we did, send water. I think we're still going to reach out. My wife's going to still reach out to them and see if we can still, because I know that there's still not clean water there, not completely clean water in certain areas. So she's still reaching out to them to try to correct that. But I felt like it was a great thing to do. It's about giving back and helping. And she was from there. Like if that happened in Decatur, I would do the same thing. She's from Flint, Michigan, so she wanted to give back to the place where she was born. So that's how that got started. Yeah.
It's a wonderful thing. I try and help out my community as well.
That's all I do now. Everything is about giving back. SportsEdTV is free. That's online training and sports education. I have a day prep school. We're the only free private school in the country, and we're going global.
Wow.
We take the bottom 10% out of all public schools.
God. That's incredible.
The bottom 10% out of our public schools, get them a chance to get their credits up and get their high school diploma. Which is, we're trying to give it an even balance, because those kids are in the public schools.
Yes.
And that hurts their numbers.
Right.
So we take those students. Now you have a better environment for the students that's still at the school.
Yeah.
And we're taking those kids that are so-called trouble kids, and we're taking them and we're showing them a different way.
Beautiful.
And it's great, man. Right now we have a school in Cutler Bay.
And
we're going to go all up the coastline. We're going to different states. We're accredited through Cognia.
Nice.
So we got 4 cities in Germany we're going to do. We're going to put schools there. We're going to put schools in. We're talking to Dubai. And next we're going to do like the Vietnam area, down that way. We're educating kids. So everything I do is to give back. That's our job. That's what we're supposed to do. And so that's part of what my mission is now.
Yeah, that's huge.
And kids are very important to me, because we got to reach back at the bottom. You have to start a foundation. So we start getting those kids educated. We don't need the kids that already get it. We need to get the kids that don't get it, get them to realize how important education is. It's important. You use education for relationships. It's not just about going to school. Like for me, I deal with 4 people that I went to Temple with. We have my man Britt Gatz. He does 7-on-7 football. He's one of the biggest in Florida. He was on the 5th floor of me at Temple. We have Crystal. Crystal is our lobbyist with the schools. She's one of the biggest lobbyists in the country.
Wow.
She went to Temple University. She was on the track team while I was at Temple. So I'm doing a lot of different things. I love giving back. The school thing was just a blessing. Used to see the parents. They just crying at graduation, because they never would think that they see their kid graduate. And that's the feeling I like. And then a lot of those kids are not bad kids. They're really good kids. They just need direction and then a different environment. Like at our school, if you want to work alone, we put you in a room by yourself and you get your work done. If you want to work in a small group, we put you in a small group. If you're comfortable working in a big classroom, we'll put you in a big classroom. So it's a great thing we're doing at Day Prep, SportsEdTV. Also working with Primerica. I'm tired of seeing people, especially our people, with GoFundMes. We're trying to teach them about generational wealth, life insurance policies, trust. Those are things you can put $10, $15, $20 in every year. If you live 50 years and you putting $20 away, man, you leaving at least, you leave a nice amount of money for your family. You don't have to have your family doing GoFundMe to bury you, GoFundMe when you get sick. You have money there, especially in a trust. You can pull from a trust. So that's why I'm working with Primerica too. Also, my man Lee Luna, to try to get people more financially aware that you don't have to get $1 million policy. You can start out with a $10,000, and as you make more money, you can up the policy. You can go from 10,000 to 20,000 to 50,000, like that. Leave your kids something, so that they can have something, some type of generational wealth. At least get it started. So those are the projects that I've been working on lately.
Wow, these are tremendous things, and what we need for the children and the future. And this is brilliant. I'd even like to talk to you about ideas and projects that can help what you're doing.
Yeah.
After the show.
Yeah, we can work together. You can come down and interview at our school. And it's in Cutler Bay. It's a little far, but you can come down there and interview.
Be happy
you can
to
interview my man Lee Luna. He would love to get his message out, especially with the schools. With my man Andy Pareto and his daughter Lysandra Pareto. They're doing a great job down there. So
yeah. This is a message worth hearing, ladies and gentlemen.
Yep.
Mark, when did you first hear about SportsEdTV?
I first heard about it. I had a financial guy named Tunde, and he knew Robert. He had met Robert, and who's our chairman.
Okay.
And he wanted to meet me. He heard about I was doing some of those things I was telling you about, and he thought it would be a good fit. We met.
Right.
We clicked. I liked the message and what he was doing. I loved that it's free.
Yeah.
I love that. He thought he was thinking about the kids that can't afford $600 or $700 a week for a trainer. And then you got top trainers on this platform that you can use anytime and anywhere.
Right.
I love that he wants to key on 40 sports.
Yeah.
That means that any sport you play, you can come to SportsEdTV and you can get some type of lesson.
Right.
I love the blogs. The blogs are talking about health and wellness. We're talking about fitness. We're talking about when to start your kid with toughness, when to start them out with playing sports. The blogs on the SportsEdTV are amazing. I read every blog that they put out. Every blog they put out, I read it, man, because I get so much information from it.
Yeah.
So SportsEdTV is a huge thing. We're still growing it. I think it's going to be, when you're doing a startup, it's a process. It's a process, but people are really taking to it, and we're really doing a lot of good things for a lot of kids, especially with sports. So I'm happy to be a part of SportsEdTV.
Good. That's fantastic. And helping the children. The children are our future, and those are the minds that we need to encourage or change. I was on two shows ago. I was interviewing this woman, Kendra Simpkins, and I had a talk. We're talking about maybe running for commissioner in our own individual lives, because I personally feel like I can get more done from that angle. I'm not sure about all the politics that go along with it myself.
You're gonna have to deal with it. We did the same thing. We deal with commissioners, vice mayor. So it's pretty much you're gonna have to deal with some political part. But if you get the right person, that person to get you to the right people to avoid all that. Sure.
And this woman, she has neurotransmitted therapy for the brain, or neurotransfer therapy for the brain of some sort, where you can have someone with PTSD, for example, someone who's really gravely suffering or from trauma or from war. I even think it would be good for police who've been in altercations as well. I thought about opening up something for that for the police even. Why not?
Why not?
And ultimately, you can get rid of your old, like, really anxious, uptight, frigid, PTSD energy, and then take yourself in a calm, relaxed fashion, and take yourself through the same conversation, but in a more relaxed fashion and in a composed fashion, like compartmentalizing, so to speak. And so
sports teach you that.
So
we have sports to do that.
And I love the fact that your coaches taught you how to be men.
I've been blessed. Blessed with some really great coaches. Me and my son plays at Western Michigan. He has a great coach now.
Nice.
And
good luck.
Appreciate it. He had 2 more years. He's doing well, doing his thing. So I like that aspect. Of having a good coach. Good coach is key. A good coach is key. I tell kids all the time, tell me they want to make the NBA. A lot of things people don't understand. A lot of things have to go right for you to become a professional athlete. Right situation, right coach, timing. The team has to want what you can provide. You don't understand. Professional sports is about a role. You have to play a role. Everybody's not going to score 30. You might have a night where you score 30. But you're not going to average. You can't have 8-9 guys averaging 30. Not enough ball. So somebody has to rebound. Somebody has to play defense. Somebody has to be the guy to keep guys calm, like we just talked about with the late. Hey, we don't need that right now. We still got time in the game. We need you. You need those type leaders. So I think sports teaches us that. It taught me that, because as a kid, I was like, out of control. I was the guy that dunk on you and point in your face. John Chaney changed all that for me. I mean, he was like, why are you doing that? The people are already, you just dunked on a guy. They're already looking at you. You look like a crazy person doing all that pointing. You don't need to do all that.
Sure.
And he gave me a different perspective, made me look at things in a different way. And that's the most important thing I think that coaches bring. They're not just a coach. You're mentoring these kids. You're teaching them about life. You're teaching them how social skills.
Yes.
You know, how to deal with other kids, how to deal with other parents, how to deal with coaching,
right.
how to deal with yelling.
Right.
You know, how to not listen to the tone, listen to the message. So these are messages that I got from my coaches, and I'm really blessed to have the coaches that I have.
That's very
blessed.
Very beautiful story, ladies and gentlemen. Gifted athlete. Sports. Okay. As executive director of basketball for SportsEdTV, how did you meet ATP Tour tennis professional coach John Eagleton?
John, my man, John. John came on. We came on. He was here, I think, a little bit before me, but he does the same thing with tennis. So we have a lot of directors meetings. So I know all of the directors. He's a director, and once we met, he's a big guy.
Yeah.
You know, very good person.
He is.
You know, he got a lot of stories. And I tell people, if you just listen to John, you'll pick up on a lot of things. I know he talks a lot, and he has a lot of stories, but you can learn a lot from John. I mean, I've learned a lot from John. So he's given me a lot of life lessons. You know, he's South African, so it's kind of cool to hear the stories about South Africa. I never been. Yeah. So to hear those stories, so that's how I met John. Take the trip. And to find out he was one of the top tennis players in the country at UM is just great. You know, it's great to be around people like that, and he's a good person. Yeah. So that's what I like about John. We have all the right people here at SportsEdTV. We all get along. You know, we all trying to help each other. Like I help tennis. You know, tennis helps basketball. Basketball helps golf. Golf helps. Yeah. You know, pickleball. You know, it's all one big family. So we try the key is to make sure we get out the best material that we can to help people that come on the SportsEdTV so they can learn something from the videos and from the blogs and all of the interviews that we do. So that's the key, and I think we're doing that. And John is a big part of that. Excellent.
SportsEdTV is kind of like the mecca or sportsplex of internet, or ESPN of internet. Yeah. So newsflash, folks.
Yeah, join, become a member, and use it. It's free. I wish I had it when I was growing up.
Me too. Yeah. Could have maybe played professional baseball if I was lucky. And all the cards added up properly. Did you see, Mark Strickland, did you see other athletes in other sports that you did not play that you admired or helped you gain momentum or drive or hunger for success? So any athletes in any other sports that stood out to you?
I played growing up. I played baseball and football first. So my heroes were Hank Aaron, of course. I remember sitting in front of the TV, a little kid, when he hit that home run.
Oh wow!
The Braves. I'm from Atlanta.
Okay.
So that I got that background. Deion Sanders was another one. I remember when he came to Atlanta, man, I was just blown away from his talent. The team sucked, but he was like electrifying to watch.
I met him once when I was a kid.
Yeah, he's a great guy, man.
He's doing great what he's doing right now.
Yeah, he's doing the same thing, trying to mold young men and teach young kids how to be men. And then my last one was my dad. My dad was a big influence. He was a huge athlete as a young kid in high school. Got a full scholarship to Fort Valley State before he was drafted to Vietnam War. But was a tremendous athlete. Wow. So this is why I wanted to become a professional athlete. All his his friends and classmates told me he should have been a professional athlete. So I always wanted to make sure that he got an opportunity to see his last name on a professional jersey. That was my drive. Wow. Because my dad was like my hero, man. I remember being a kid and he would leave, and I would sit in the window and cry until he came home. He was just my hero. There was nobody bigger than my dad. I was blessed to have a father like that. He's passed away now, but I remember before he passed, I asked him, I was like, "What am I gonna do without you?" He was like, "All you gotta do, son, is look in the mirror. I'll be right there." And I didn't understand that till I got older.
Okay.
Now I understand.
Yeah.
I'm him.
That's
what he was trying to tell me. When you want to see me, all you gotta do is look in the mirror. I've taught you everything you need to know, how to handle every situation. I'm right there. And later on, I kind of got here because at first I was like, "Man, look in the mirror, y'all seeing." But then after a while, I realized he was telling me, "Hey, you're me."
Yeah.
You're my son.
Yes.
I put everything that I have into you. So now, when you want to see me, just look in the mirror. I'm right there.
Yeah.
So that was a great message from him before he passed away.
Wonderful.
I was happy that we got a chance to have that talk.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. SportsEdTV provides the great energy and opportunity for all athletes and cultures around the world. What's your message to fans, followers, subscribers, or people who are just thinking about joining? Yeah,
my message to them is try it. Come on, become a member, try it. There's so many things involved with it. You can, it's kind of like a Facebook aspect to it where you can talk to different coaches across the globe. You can talk to a coach in Ethiopia. You can talk to a coach in Dubai. You can talk to a coach in Japan. That's the beauty of SportsEdTV to me. It's bringing all these coaches and all these athletes together across the country on one platform.
Yeah.
And that's what I like about it. Like when have you ever been able to talk to a guy
right there
in Dubai? Like I can call somebody in Dubai and be like, "Hey man, you playing ball?" Or you can come onto a site and get top training on like top trainers. We have top trainers on here doing these drills.
Yeah.
So you're not learning from just somebody who like a YouTube video. You're learning from somebody who played the sport, who knows the sport
very well,
and giving you very good keys on how to get better in that particular sport. That's the beauty of SportsEdTV, and there's nothing out here like it.
Awesome. Player. Okay, so Mark Strickland, who was your favorite player growing up?
My favorite player was Dominique Wilkins. From Atlanta, so everybody else is Jordan, but growing up, it was Dominique Wilkins for us. Human highlight was, and I was blessed enough to play in the Boston Shootout. My senior year, I got MVP of that. We won it. Actually, I got our tournament team. Appreciate it. And Dominique came to a game, and I played well that game, and he gave me his number to come and train. And I've been friends with Dominique since that day. I played, was teammates with him with the Hawks when I got out of school before I got cut from the Hawks. And then my first block shot in the NBA, second block shot in the NBA was him. He was with Boston at the time. So that was my second block shot ever in the NBA.
Wow.
Was with Dominique. Yeah, I tell him
nothing
that all
by
the
mistake,
time,
right?
Yeah, so he's a great guy. He was a mentor for us as young kids, man, to see how he played the game and how he, was, compared to Michael Jordan, they're pretty much the same. Mike is elevated as far as business-wise more, but, basketball-wise, Dominique Wilkins was our guy.
Yeah.
That was our guy, yeah.
Nice. Thank you. Mr. Strickland, what's your favorite moment on or off the sports basketball floor?
Say on the court.
How about one on and one off?
Okay, on for me, just the whole basketball experience. Playing in Puerto Rico, winning a championship in Puerto Rico.
Okay.
Having an opportunity to play in Lebanon, to play in Jordan, to play in France, to play in China. Just from a round ball. It took me everywhere. I got a chance to meet Sidney Poitier. I got a chance to hang out with Ellen DeGeneres, Denzel Washington. I've been to the Playboy Mansion. I've been, all of this is from around basketball. It just amazed me. So I got to give you that one. Yeah. Because it's so many things, so many great things that's happened to me because of that basketball. Off the court, I want to say, for me, my great grandmother was a great influence. She was my rock. I spent a lot of time with her as a kid. I would be with her every weekend. I would be with her every spring break. I would be with her every summer break. We called her Big Mama. Her name was Gladys Strickland. And she was she taught me at a young age to treat people how you want to be treated, no matter what their color are. People are people. Very important message. She was giving me that message from, and she always taught me to never change who I am. Right. And I think that was a big one for me because as kids, you try to blend in with your neighborhood kids, and you find yourself in the stuff that you shouldn't be into. But she was always, you never change who you are. She always say, you stay the same. You stay the same no matter what. The people that's going to be there are going to be there for you. You know, you stay who you are, true to yourself. And those are messages that stuck with me for life. And she was one of the sweetest, oldest ladies that you could ever be around, and kept my belly full, and kept me upbeat. Knew when something was wrong, I could call her and just kind of just say,
who wouldn't want her for a grandmother?
She's my great-grandmother.
Great-grandmother.
This is my great-grandmother, man. She was, I think she raised about 8 or 9 generations of kids before she passed away. But it was great, though, to have a moment with her before she passed away. She wanted to walk. And she told me she wanted to walk, and we took about 30 minutes. She's like, I want to walk down to the curb and walk back. So we walked and we talked and got an opportunity to say the things I needed to say. So I was blessed in that aspect with her and my father. You know, you get some type of closure when you get a chance to kind of say the things you need to say to her. Your great-grandmother. Yeah, she was a big influence. She's just a big influence to me off the court, which led me to get to this point. That's pretty much it.
Yeah. It's a really miraculous stories, and from what you've said, I've seen how you've become this amazing man that you are today.
Thanks, man.
And giving back to the community, giving
back
here for in the world, and trying to help the world become a better place.
Yeah.
A lot
of people
say
serving. We're here to serve.
Yeah.
That's what we're here for. Serve.
Amen.
Yeah.
Can I get a what? All right. Mark, Dade Prep Academy, Dade County, government helps funds for the kids as they get college choices. This is amazing. Congratulations and thank you for your service. Please elaborate.
Before Dade Prep is a school that we're doing, we can do it. We're going to go in we're going to be in 40-something states. We're accredited in 40-something states.
Incredible.
We're going to start here in Florida.
Yeah.
We're going to just go up the coastline. We're going to come out west, Fort Myers and that too. And then we're going to keep going. We're already in talks with Atlanta.
Yeah.
We already been in talks with New York, a couple of other states that has school choice vouchers. We made it free for kids. It's the first free private school. So that because a lot of parents here private, they think you got to pay. There's a lot of programs out there like ours, but they have to pay $600 to $800 or $1,600, and we know that these families can't afford that. So what we do, we pay it for them. So they come in. We did a deal with Best Buy to give us computers, so we give them a free computer. They don't have to worry about that. All they got to do is show up, register, come to school. We have an online component because right now, like I told you, we have a school in Cutler Bay, and we have students throughout the Dade and Broward. So we can't expect the guy that live in Fort Lauderdale to drive all the way to Cutler Bay. So we have a online component. They can come on, log in on the computer, and do their work online. And we have a teacher there watching the online component, which is what I love about the school. Because we can reach more kids that way. That means it's unlimited seats.
Absolutely.
So we can take on many people as we can. We're getting about 10 to 20 students a week registering. So it's starting to be known. We're meeting with a lot of governors, mayors, vice mayors, commissioners. We're doing a thing in Broward this weekend, fishing with the commish. Yeah, we're going fishing with her. I'm gonna take 7 of the kids and go fishing with her one morning for a few hours, man, and talk about jobs and future. The best thing about Dade Prep is we try to, once they get their diploma, we try to help them after that. We don't want them to just get a diploma and go home.
Right.
So so most of our kids, if they don't want to go to college, we have Dade College, we have Broward College, we have a technology school that we deal with, and we have FIU. We have relationships with those schools. We try to send them there if they want to go to school. If they don't want to go to school, we have I use the word plethora of companies coming through the school every day.
Wow, this is
incredible. For internships, look for people to hire.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is extraordinary.
A plethora of companies. Yeah. Everywhere I go, I get companies to come. Hey, come to the school and talk. So we have, other than Career Week, we have companies come through and talk throughout the year. Just come and talk to the kids. They can get the information because we want them. If they graduate on Saturday, we want them going to work on Monday.
Right.
So a lot of the parents love that aspect.
Work ethic.
Yeah, and we're working with the commissioner in Broward. She also has a program for Black and brown kids to become a pilot for free. All you got to do is write an essay. We're working on that one.
Really?
And yeah, you can become a pilot for free. A pilot for free.
Oh my
You gotta do
God.
it right in there. Say.
I'm a creative writer. I love to fly.
Hey, that's a great.
I have a master's degree in aviation science.
Man, that's a great program.
That's a wonderful program.
Yeah, and then she also is helping us out with another program where you marine life.
Okay.
You know, this is Florida.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of jobs in marine life, and there's black and brown kids don't know about them.
Right.
So, they pay a lot of money.
Right.
You got animals here, the manatees, the dolphins. You got all these animals, ducks, and you got oil spills. You know, these are things that you can get jobs with. So she's helping us with awareness of black and brown kids with marine life also. So
nice.
That's the part that I like about Day Prep. That's why I came on, because we help them after. We don't just, okay, you got your diploma, okay, we're on to the next student. No. Okay, what do you want to do next? So we can keep you on this path.
Just out of curiosity, a spontaneous question. Do you keep statistics? So
well, we're 100% graduating rate.
Wow!
We had a 100%
graduation.
Last year we graduated 250 kids. We do the graduation at FIU.
Congratulations!
We do it at FIU.
FIU, that's great.
We do it every year at FIU. Last year we had 250. This year we might be at 500 kids. Wow! It's growing.
It's growing. How do people find out about this place?
You can just go on to dayprep.com, www.dayprep.com, and it'll come up. You just look at the Cutler Bay location. Make sure you look at the Cutler Bay location, because we have a smaller location in West Kendall, and we're getting ready to open a nice location in Florida City. Okay. Yeah, so that'll be ready by next school year. We're trying to get one in North Miami and in Broward by next school year. So we're working on that right now. So dayprep.com, you go on that and you'll find out all the information about it. And you know, if you have a kid that's struggling in school or don't like the school they go to, or just, you know, at that crossroads of where they want to drop out, we get a lot of those, and then they change their mind with us because it's a different environment.
You turn their life around.
Yeah, for the families. That's what I like.
Yeah, because everybody wins.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of these kids don't understand how to use education.
That's very powerful.
Just school. It's not just school. You're using it. You use school. That's why we're trying to get them to find out what they want early. Right. Everybody's not going to be like me. Everybody's not going to be an athlete. Right. One of the best athletes in the state. That's what I was. Like I told you, I played football. I played baseball. I played basketball. I high jump. I still got the record at my high school. Wow. I did all of that. So everybody's not going to. That's what I'm saying. Everybody's not going to be able to do that. So hey. Yeah. Take this school, and like I tell people, go to college and relationships. Yeah. Man, I didn't know how all those relationships are at Temple. I'm using them now. These guys at Temple, like we got guys that's running companies, and CEOs and owners of companies and insurance and all kind of things going on. These were the guys we was in college with, just rolling around. You know, I knew them when they had flip flops and just shorts. You know what I'm saying? A one bit coat. You know, now, you know, I was cool with them in school, and now we developed a relationship. Now we're doing business together, which is great. That's wonderful. So it's about your mentality about school. You know, everybody's not going to be a rapper. Right. You know, everybody's not going to. You know, drug dealing is not a thing that you should be aspiring to be. You know, you should be aspiring to do something that's going to inspire your kids and your grandkids to be better people. Right. It's called leaving a legacy. That's what we're trying to do. That's what I'm trying to do for my kids. I can tell. Leave a legacy. Yeah. Okay. It's not about, I don't want people to remember me from the NBA. What did he do besides play basketball? He helped a lot of kids. He helped a lot of families. Yes. He created, he's changing the way kids are being educated in the United States and globally. That's what he's doing. These are things that I want to be remembered by. Not playing in the NBA. I mean, it's a great feat. And I know it's a privilege to play in the NBA, and the NBA is a great tool to use to reach a lot of people, but it's not the only thing what I want to be known for. I want to be known as being a great father, which I am. I take pride in that because I had one, and I want to be a person that created change for young people. Yeah, I made a difference. So that's what we're here for. Like my great-grandma used to say that all the time, serving. That's why I said that to you. Yeah, serving. She used to say it all the time to her. I mean, like, all the time. You guys are here to serve. You're here to serve. You're here to serve. I've been a tennis pro a lot of the time, and Coach Eagleton. Is it like serving like tennis? Now that's serving. Okay. We're serving to improve the country, improve children, improve to grow and flourish for the future of mankind. That type of serving. Yes. To make sure that we try to bring people together and understand that if we work together, things can happen better than like this.
Yes.
You need people.
Right. Yeah. And people working together. Sometimes I feel like it's okay to agree to disagree.
Yeah.
And then
just
different
opinions.
Keep the peace.
Yeah. You need different opinions. Yeah.
You need different opinions, but agree to disagree.
Yeah.
Keep the peace.
Yeah.
Let's be friends, guys.
Yeah.
There's no need to continue with chaos anymore. Mr. Mark Strickland, I'm going to jump to the topic of peace. Do you believe in peace?
Yeah, I believe in peace. Peace is key.
Nice.
When you handle things with a level head, it just keeps everything in perspective. It keeps the emotion out of it. It makes you keep an open mind. It keeps you in a place where peace keeps you in a place where you can put yourself in somebody else's shoes and look at it from their view or from their perspective. That's why I try to handle everything with calmness, and that's what I learned from John Chaney. With playing ball. I can't handle everything with anger.
Right.
You can't do it. The outcome is not going to be good.
No.
It's just not. You have to learn how to control your emotions, and I learned that through sports.
Right.
How to control my emotions. A coach has to depend on you. You can't fight everybody that bowl you.
Right.
You can't talk trash to everybody that talk trash to you. You have to somehow kind of stay in some type of mental zone or a mental space where you can block that out.
Amen.
And focus on what you need to focus on to get to where you have to go, which is in sports, the win, to get the W.
Right.
My coach can't depend on me if every game I'm fighting.
Right.
I'm getting technical fouls and now I'm suspended. Coach can't play you. So you have to have some level of self-control in everything, I think. And that eventually is about peace.
Agreed. Thank you for that wonderful answer.
Yep. It's the truth.
Yeah, for sure. Mr. Mark Strickland, do you think peace is possible somehow in this generation or future generations? If so, how?
I think the future generations will be.
Okay.
There's a generation lost in there, unfortunately. But I'm noticing a lot of the younger
that
kids,
made up all the difference for all the other generations. Right.
It's a generation in there lost. I mean, that's just the truth.
Yeah.
But there's a younger generation coming because I see it, and they're talking about school. They're talking about rap music. They're talking about, hey, we got to change this. They're talking about not selling drugs. They're talking about going to school now.
Yeah.
I saw 5 little kids. They were maybe 7, 8, 9, and they were talking about what college they want to go to.
Oh,
they weren't
wow.
talking about the latest hot rap music. They weren't talking about the latest car they're gonna get. They were literally having a conversation about they was 8, 9, and 10-year-old talking about having a conversation about college that they want to go to.
That's insane. That's
when I was like, okay, there's a shift coming now.
Yeah. There is a shift.
There's a shift. It is, and a lot of these younger kids are
not
listening and believing in all these rap lyrics. They're understanding that it's just music. That is entertainment.
Right.
These people are not going out shooting cops and shooting people, or they wouldn't be rapping.
Right.
They're understanding that they're doing this to get entertainment. They're doing this for to get
keeping a roof over their head.
I mean, it's a job for them. So they're gonna rap about what's hot, what's going on, what are people gonna buy, and then it's a younger generation that's understanding and getting back to, hey, that way is not the right way. We're gonna have to do it a different way, the right way, which is going to school, staying out of trouble, giving our parents less headaches. If we can help around the house, we can help around the house. We have several students at the school that love our school because our school is from 9 to 1. They get out at 1, and a lot of those kids unfortunately have to go to work.
That's good hours, actually.
It's perfect.
Yeah,
because it's the perfect time. It's not too long and it's not too short.
Right.
They get to go to work. A couple of kids I talked to, they got jobs. They have to work in the evening.
Sure.
And they love that component. If they're tired, they can go online and do their work. Or they come in and then they have time to go to work and still have time to get off work, go to work, help their family, come home and then get rest, and then still can come on and do their schoolwork. So that's what I like about. That's another aspect of day prep too. We kind of can help them with that. So Yeah, that's what's going on now. I think it's the younger generation can change, and hopefully that'll continue on where that mentality is passed down to their kids and
Yes.
to their kids and to their kids.
Yes.
Because we're gonna need it.
Yes.
Because there is a generation gap right there that is lost. That generation is lost, and we got to catch that younger generation because their mentality has changed, which is great. Great to see.
That's wonderful to see.
Yeah.
I want to see this spread like wildfire. I want to see it just spread.
Yeah.
All people, kids talking about going to college at 8, 9, 10 years old.
Blew my mind.
Instead of, getting into trouble or, being led in the wrong direction.
Yeah.
This is what we need for our future.
Yeah.
And hopefully this message becomes aware, apparent, and spreads across the entire nation and across the globe as well. Now is the time to find peace and to help others and come together as best as we can as human beings and individuals. I feel personally there's been enough chaos for since 220, and I feel like it should end in 2024, or at least we should get the right system in it, put into place so it can be formatted or put into place and then executed and spread out and taught outwards.
Has to start with your local commissioners, your local authorities, your local, not the president. It's your local people, the people that's over your education, the people that's over your parks and recreation, the people that's over your housing. These are people that you're going to have to know who they are, because those are the people that can really make change, not your president. Everybody thinks it's the president. No, it's the local officials in your community that you need to know who these people are. You can't just go and think about the president. You have to know your local, so you can't go in there and be Democrat, or Republican, just marking because they're Republican. You have to know what these people stand for, because these are the people that are able to make the changes in your community.
Right.
To make your community better, not the president.
Right.
The local officials. You need to know who those people are. So that's what we're preaching at Day Prep, so you can know those are the people you need to know to vote for. That's going to make change in your community. And that's the information that we need to know.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I really love what you're doing. And I just hope it just continues to grow and stem. And I was trying to come up and in my neighborhood, in my community, Sarasota, Florida, trying to raise awareness for all the people that are leaders and doing well and good examples for people. And I interviewed the commissioner, Bradenton, the commissioner of Sarasota.
Know that area well.
Yeah.
My son went to IMG.
Do you know Kyle?
No, I know my son went to IMG. So IMG is in Sarasota.
That's
so I used to go up there all the time.
Yes. I used to actually, Nick Balaterri gave me lessons once. Yeah. And he told me I was like Michael Chang, but stronger. And it made me feel really good, by the way, guys. But Nick Balaterri at the IMG Academy, I used to work there for a few years. It was a pretty popular place. Lots happening there and thriving. Mr. Strickland, have you heard that I'm coming out with a music single, and an album this year?
No. Tell me about it.
Yeah.
What kind of music?
It's hip hop. / R&B / even Christian. Classified as. Because I do talk about God. I do talk about protection. There's all these crazy things going on now. And so I talk about protection and, things of that sort on my YouTube channel. I'd like everyone to subscribe. But I do teach people how to overcome these odds or overcome these bizarre things that are occurring. Please seek shelter, seek rest in God, and try and become a better person from it. Try and grow.
Congrats with that.
Thank you. Hopefully this song is coming out. I planned on it to come out before the end of 23.
We can use it on SportsEdTV for a video.
You got to do it. You got to do it.
Great.
Yes, sir.
That'll be great.
You got to do it.
Seriously.
Next question. Mark, people or players improving their game in any sport. What's your advice to them to reach their pinnacle?
2 things. You have to always keep working, and you have to always try to improve.
Always keep working,
That's what I tell my
always
son all the time. We don't talk about pro. All I tell him is, hey, you want to go pro? You know, keep improving. So if a coach see you one time, the next time he see you, you've improved on something else. The next time you see, oh man, he's improved on something else.
Yeah.
Oh, see him again. Oh, he's improved on that. Every time a coach sees you, you should be doing something different. And that comes from your work ethic. You're gonna have to work at it, and you're always trying to get better every day. You want to see improvement. Every time a coach sees you, you improving, and that shows you're not lazy.
Yes.
So that's the key. Those are two things: hard work. You're gonna always have to work hard, and you're gonna always have to get better. It's all about getting better. I tell my son that all the time, man. You just keep getting better. You never know what's gonna happen.
Amen. Amen. Go out there and do that, guys. Go out there and, what were the two things again last?
Got to work hard.
Work hard.
And you got to get better.
You got to get better. Let the coach see something different next time he sees you.
Every time.
That's simple.
Yep.
Thank you, Mr. Mark Strickland, for sitting down with me today.
No problem.
Here in Miami, Florida. For being a guest on my show, Manifest, Enlightenment, and Soar. Today, in this wonderful afternoon in Miami. I appreciate you.
Thank you.
What you're doing.
Appreciate it.
And I hope you continue to have success in the future with your projects.
Appreciate that.
And maybe even collaborate a little.
That'd be
to
great.
Try and help the world become a better place.
Yep.
It's amazing what SportsEdTV has done. SportsEdTV is a powerhouse of athletes. God bless you and peace be with you.
Thank you, sir. All right.